I hope we have good reception here. You're live, bro. And I played this song already. No, I played Love and... I love that song, dude. This is Taxi TV. I told you we would bring you Ho Dagger, and here we are. Welcome aboard to live interview with Ho Dagger from Monodelux. This is Kill. And you got to make it stop. And you got to indicate to the people who run it.
It's an actual speech.
Yeah, but where'd you get it from?
It's a public domain. It's
rad. That's awesome. This Georgie on fucking drum player?
No, that's Scott Cirillo.
Oh, cool. This song's fucking badass, dude. You wanna get some? I wanna get it on. Yeah, you talk a good game, but the only thing's missing the roof. So let me tell you about the birds and the bees and the tenants of destruction. I've been saying this a while. You wanna get some? I wanna get it on. Listen, you make me wanna kill. You make me wanna maim against my will. You make me wanna breathe. Where did that come from? Table 13, come and get your education.
It's just a fixation with the name.
It's like fucking come over here, kid. Right?
I mean, it's kind of like a battle cry song. So Table 13, it's like, and all us hoodlums like to name, like the number 13.
Yeah. Of course, I caught that.
You know what I mean? And it's like you're being served. So
take you to the station. What is it that you say?
Table 13, come and get your education. Take you to the Falcom, drop you at the station. The Falcom is a Frank Zappa reference. If Joe's Garage Part 3, and I'm not a giant prog fan myself, but it's a funny record. Joe Garage Part 3, there's a part in a song where a gentleman says, "Falcom, take me to the Falcom," and it was actually Frank Zappa telling his driver to take him to a club called the Falcon, and he came back with Falcom. So it's a phrase I've been using since I was like 14 or 15. When this shit gets really stupid, it's like Falcom, take me to the Falcom. So it doesn't really mean anything.
That's awesome.
But it seemed appropriate.
Nah, man, that song's fucking rad, dude.
Thank you. No, I'm proud of it.
I love that song. That album, believe it or not, is 13 minutes long.
It's exactly 13 minutes long.
That is fucking cool, minutes. Right?
It was like when you find out that your album's exactly 13 minutes long.
You name it 13.
You probably name it 13 minutes. And it's logical, really. But
oh my God. Well, welcome aboard. This is the afternoon hour with Ho Dagger.
Yeah.
We are here to just basically talk about the live stream that's happening on Sunday, June 6th. Turn on your notifications.
And to catch up. It's been about exactly a year since I've been in the taxi.
That's crazy,
that
right?
Was right before the Hangman gig.
Right.
And that Hangman gig, I mean, for me, it was like we did the Hangman gig on March 13th. And all of us kind of knew that night. It was like, okay, this might be it. This might be the last show any of us play for a while, and it was. It was the last show that we played, and it was the first show with our new drummer. So it was like, hey, this is awesome. Get all this new energy, and then shut up and sit down and stop it. And so we did, as did everybody.
Yeah. Alex can't wait for the live stream on Sunday.
Oh, Alex.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome.
Our dear friend from Belgium.
Right.
They don't have ice in Belgium. But, no, he's super cool.
Right.
I met him through Patrick.
That's awesome.
And, man, he's been a giant supporter
Great
of me.
support.
And he's been a big help to me in Europe.
That's awesome.
Where he's entrenched with some of those cats. So I have, a little bit more reach in Europe, actually, just because of Alex. So thank you, Alex. I love you, man.
Hey, man, that's what it takes. We have a huge following in Europe. Like, we have a lot of friends in the UK. We've been getting a lot of messages from Italy.
Yeah.
You know, and some people checking in from Rome. Belgium is huge. You know how you can check your market and see who's tuning in?
Yeah. The way that I know where everything's coming is the way that I put out. I use a system that when you put out material, you can track who's looking at it, and we do surprisingly well in Europe for some reason.
That'd be cool to get out there.
That's all I want to do. It's all I want to do.
Man, I would love to be there. I'd love to go tour with you. Oh, that would be so cool, right?
for anybody that hasn't been to Europe,
I've never been to Europe.
It's different, man, and it's different in a very, very good way.
That's awesome.
Most of them are amazing people. That Eurocentric quality that some of these people have, that all of them have. It's different. They're different from us. It's refreshing.
That's cool. I know it's open-minded out there.
Man, I'll tell you, a homeless dude on the streets of Carnaby can tell you about European history going back to like the 1600s. It's amazing. Their knowledge base and their love of history and the love of significance of history is different from here.
That's so cool,
They
man.
don't tear things down and make parking lots and coffee shops and 4x-unit stuff.
It's a shame.
So you can walk around in London at night and all the churches are open. You can walk into a church that's 800 years old.
That's so cool, man.
And you just don't. Well, I mean, obviously we're not old enough to have anything that's 800 years old except some trees. But yeah, man, Europe is amazing.
Yeah, that would be cool, man. I got a call from LP saying, Ricky, we need a driver when Foxy went out to Europe for their tour.
Man,
you want to go to Europe and be our driver? They said. I said, man, I wish I could. That would be cool. I have no idea where I'm going. Let's go.
It's nice. I mean, some people don't like traveling, but I love it. I love Europe. Last time I was in Europe, I went to Spain and went to the UK for a minute and went to the Basque country in Spain where they speak Basque. They don't even speak Spanish.
Wow.
And then went to Barcelona and saw the Bowie exhibit.
Yeah. Roger tuning in from Outsiders. Good afternoon, Roger. Yes. We talked about the bands and the artists that buckled during this pandemic. Some people just didn't have it, but some people did. And Ho Dagger is one of the friends that kept writing, kept playing, whether it was from his studio or just getting out there, man. We got some new stuff.
Actually, to be honest, I'm one of those guys, and I'm maniacal about it. I write all the time. I think about my band and music probably more than is healthy. So I actually kind of took a couple of months off where I didn't really touch an instrument, which is the first time in 35 years. And it was good. It was good.
Sabbaticals are good.
Well, I mean, especially when you're playing an instrument, when getting too familiar with it, that's a good thing and a bad thing. The way I play guitar, there's a lot of chance involved. Sometimes I just grit my teeth, close my eyes, and reach. And you just adapt. If something sounds bad, you try to bend it into good. So
that's a good attitude, man.
Yeah, no, I can remember I saw Nirvana play at a place called Raji's on Hollywood Boulevard, and there's about 60 people there. Was when Bleach came out. And man, the thing that made me notice, well, for one thing, in 1990, what was that? About 1990, he was wearing a Stooges shirt, and that was unusual. So I actually went up to him and go, hey man, where the fuck did you get that Stooges shirt? Because, in 1990, you just couldn't go buy one at Hot Topic.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's pretty cool. The other thing I noticed is that at one time during the show, Cobain started to have a really bad feedback problem. And instead of trying to stop the feedback, he fucking ran at his amp and just attacked it. So it was like, instead of running from the problem, he ran to it.
That's badass.
It's a wonderful philosophy. You know, not always
Right.
usable, but it's a wonderful philosophy. Yeah.
That's awesome. I got you that if you need it.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. We're outside. This is a mobile studio, and we are under the sun, which is healthy. But it's in the afternoon, and we're both wearing coats. You know. So if you're just tuning in, this is Taxi TV with our guest Ho Dagger from Monodelux playing this live stream on Sunday
I
with
used to be in a band called Mink Daggers.
the
And then
Berserkers.
before that, I was in a band called Doom County Electric Chair.
Doom County Electric Chair.
And
We did
before
a lot
that,
of
I
shows
was in
with
a band
them.
called Citadel, so I've been doing this for a minute.
That's so rad, man.
Yeah.
Hey, so you said you wanted to play something, or do you want me to play something from here?
Let's play something
Whatever you want.
brand new.
Cool.
This
you heard it hurt.
This is a demo. Something we're going to be playing. Whoa.
That's
Okay,
all right.
Maybe not. Maybe not. Something we're going to be playing on Sunday. If you guys tune in.
Ooh.
And it's a little different from, maybe not so different, but a little different from what I usually do. But I'm real proud of the song. I hope you guys dig it. It's called Alone.
There you go. That's on. I think you've said that to me
Heaven
already.
is a scam, it's a one-track fraud. It leaves you speaking in tongues and has you questioning God. It leaves you bleeding, just like the pain and despair before the plague breaks out.
Fuck, dude, that's good stuff.
Heaven is a sham, it's a one-room shack. You better whisper your prayers, you better pan for attack. Give me a reason to be demon and hopeful, or I'll break down. People are strange, they're never changed. They despise you for the very things you like. People are cruel, two-faced, they're fools. They console you while they stab you in the back. No matter where you roll, you've gotta know.
Good vocals, good lyrics.
Heaven is a place, it's a one-horse town. So get your ass in the air, now get your ass to the ground. Give me a reason, I leave you beating, beating. Ever get the feeling that we've all been had? I got rage, got a long way to go. Just give me one reason to be truthful, fanatic, or brave. People are strange.
I like that line. This is good. Yeah, you could taste this fucking shit right here, man. This is good, bro.
Tony.
Yeah. Big. Lots of variations, Alex. Yes, dude.
So that's a demo. That's something that.
Oh my God, are you kidding me,
yeah,
dude?
that's just a demo.
Where did you record this? I mean, I know you don't want to give your secrets.
We recorded it in Pomona in a room that's about 10 by 12, and we recorded all the drums and all the guitars in there with a couple of mics, and it just turned out pretty good. I mean, you know,
it turned out really good, dude.
It turned out pretty good.
Fuck the bullshit.
Yeah, and so and it's a cool song. You know, I mean, it's like the whole thing about the principle of like the alone thing. It's like,
what's the name of the song?
The song's called Alone. I mean, basically what it's about, and you know, it has a lot to do with what we've been through like the last year and a half. You know, as ridiculous as that sounds, but I mean, you know, one of the drags of this last year for me is kind of, you know, some people showing themselves, and showing aspects of, you know, their personality and their humanity that not great. But at the same time, you know, the whole situation with whether it be Trump or whether it be leftist propaganda or rightist propaganda, people want to belong to something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's, you know, that people go, why would you gravitate to Trump? They want to belong to something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They, you know, maybe those people didn't have punk rock, you know, as a rallying cry. Maybe those guys don't have art as a rallying cry. So they use a person as a symbol. So basically it's just kind of emphasizing that, you know, people want to belong.
Period.
You know, and it's not a bad thing. And, you know, just kind of responding to how some of us kind of more crackery white people try to equate what type of hardships or oppression or being indemnified, and they equate it with people of color. And I think it's just not accurate. You know what I mean? Everybody has hard times. Everybody goes through hardships. I just think that some of us need to realize the hardships and the oppression that some people of, you know, not standard white protocol go through for many, many years. And a lot of the way that we react to it is by trying to equate that we have some type of similar situation or have gone through a similar situation, and I just don't think it's accurate. I can always cut my hair proper, put on a tie, clean my hair up, shave really good, put on a Brooks Brothers suit, carry a Bible. I'm respectable. If a person of color does that, they're always going to be black. They're always going to be Latino. There's no getting around that. So they don't have the same ability for redemption that we have, you know, where it's like, I've decided to square my stuff up and I'm going to find God and I'm going to sober up, or whatever things that you need to do to improve the quality of your life. It's just not the same. You know, it's just not the same.
Well, that song definitely touched a lot of nerves, not just in the people listening, but in the lyrics. I mean, everything is, I love it, man. I love it. You break down heaven like, hey, you are in a one horse town. This could be heaven now.
I mean,
you know?
It's just like with the heaven stuff. It's just like, what does that all really mean? You know what I mean? And it varies from person to person, but you know, sometimes it's a very hard thing to adapt to. You know what I mean? And sometimes it can be very disappointing. So all it's really doing is articulating that. It's just, you know,
I love
seeing
that song,
people's
man.
hardship, seeing your hardship, recognizing that people that I don't even agree with and people that I don't share any viewpoints with too have hardship, and I appreciate them and I feel for them. You know, everybody wants to belong to something. Nobody wants to be alone. You know, everybody wants camaraderie.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
The last time Ho was here, we were talking about how a lot of bands come out with like their first 3 songs are like in your face, hard, fast. And then he told me about this one band he saw in Europe that they came out with something like slow.
Yeah.
That's probably why you wrote that fucking song.
Well,
so
yeah,
you
I mean,
can open with this motherfucker now.
Well, I mean, that band you're talking about is a band called Graveyard. And I didn't know anything about them. I thought they were roadieing their own stuff. So I thought they were roadies, and it was in Spain, and it was right before the helicopters went on stage. and these guys were just monsters,
awesome.
monsters, and it just completely took me by surprise. But yeah, kind of more, a little bit more kind of cinematic kind of writing, and maybe not as punk rock for whatever that terminology means this given second. But I like a lot of different stuff. I like a lot of different stuff.
That was good. That was good. I can't wait to have it like in a full album where it's like it's got its own, sleeve and final product. Right?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is that, and the scary things about demos that demos sounds pretty good. So now you got to go into the studio and better it.
Fuck.
That's the challenge in the game of this thing is writing music that you can stand. I mean, that for me, that's my main objective. That's if write stuff that I like. Anything as far as success or notoriety beyond that is simply gravy. But man, just trying to write some stuff that you dig and challenge yourself a little bit.
That's awesome. You got something else in there you want to fucking blow our brains out with?
Yeah, I can.
Besides melt our faces?
Yeah. Okay, now this is interesting because this is a song that that was cut with Mick Daggers. I have a new drummer, Tony Snow, just amazing guy, amazing drummer. He also plays for like Dramarama and Gene Loves Jezebel, so he's like this legit, professional drummer. And I sent him a bunch of songs, and this song was on it, and he asked if we might want to approach doing it again and doing it slightly different, so we did. And again, this is just a demo, nothing crazy, but it's Monodelux doing a song that I wrote for Mick Daggers about 6 or 7 years ago called A Black Shade of Blue.
Oh, cool. And it's different, huh?
Yeah, it's a lot.
Oh, dude. This guy's non-stop.
Overdub my whole recording of my vocals. Everything else is live.
Wow.
Like the lead line.
That's badass. I mean, fuck, you see this live, you're like, not aware about it. Yeah. Great stuff right here. Yeah. Did you sing this in that album or just was it? You sang it in the album? You sang it in the album on your record. You sang more of it than you did. That's right, sounds different too. Yeah, we both sang it. Is this in the set on Sunday? Yeah, you're gonna have a fucking CD, really live. You can fucking demo.
So this is just the solo I did when we were recording. Yeah, it just turned out great.
This fucking wow. Jesus Christ. God damn. Blowing it up. Oh, shit.
What we got right here. No generation, baby. What we got here is a black old tail.
God damn. That's right. Yeah. Ella Petres from Celebrity Stalker. Badass guitarist right there. Yeah. Wow. I am so glad that you're tuning into this. Whoever is tuning in the live or in the replay right now, I'm so glad that you are tuning in so that you get to see and look forward what's coming your way on Sunday's live stream. This is fucking gnarly. I'm telling you right now, okay? We talk about bands all the time, always in a positive way, because that's what we do here at Taxi TV, man. But a band, let me tell you a good band, okay? A good band is a band that you hold your pee for. Or you don't go get a drink or go pee in the middle of their set. Bottom line.
Yeah.
This, what you just heard, I pictured myself holding my pee. I'm not moving. I'm not moving.
That's an
moving.
interesting analogy.
You know what I'm saying? You know how it is.
No, I mean, I can remember.
Shit.
I remember when I was like 13 years old, I went to Santa Monica Civic and I saw the Clash. And where I grew up in Cerritos, in, what was that, 1978, maybe early 79, Give 'Em Enough Rope tour. There weren't a lot of punk, and I wasn't a punk rocker, but I went to punk shows. My wife was a punk rocker, I wasn't. You know, I like lots of shit. But I went and saw the Clash, and it was really like right before they really started to get into a lot of dub stuff. So they were very much a rock band. And man, when they came out, I had to go to the bathroom the second they came out. They played for 2 hours, and it just, man, you know, all youth and bladder strength. But
right?
Man, it was life changing because,
What I tell you, man?
second Clash record, which some people think is like, oh, it was produced by the guy who did Blister Cult, but it's amazing sounding record. And at that time, as far as me, they were at the height of their powers as far as just being a live band. They'd still make crazy records and stuff like that, but they really were like the heaviest, loudest, gnarliest Clash on that second US tour, which I was lucky enough to see. And it was the same thing. It was like, you know, they came out and it was like you could see they were affected by the Ramones because you got this side of the stage and then you got this side of the stage, and just how Dee Dee and Johnny would move up and move back. You know, it was all kind of synchronized stagecraft, but like in a very minimalist way. They were affected by that, but they took it to a different level. They like, okay, that Ramones thing is good, but man, those guys never looked down at their instruments. They were standing in front of their monitors most of the time, except for Joe because he had to sing, and they were just beast-like for about almost 2 hours.
That's
and
fucking rad.
It just absolutely, you know, changed stuff. And I mean, I don't know that anything I do is overtly, you know, obviously Clash influence, but they were a giant influence on me.
That's
as
awesome.
far as, you know, I mean, a lot of musicians don't see the parallel. I was a decent athlete as a kid, and the parallels for me between team sports and music and being in a band are very similar. And I realized that, you know, nobody likes getting hassled by jocks. I didn't like it either. I still don't like it. But, you know, everything is it's a cooperative thing being in a band. When a band's really happening, it's a cooperative thing. And you guys who, you know, like Patrick's one of the great wingmen in the business. Like, you know, if you're going to have a guy over on the left side of the stage, he's amazing at it.
Yeah. He balances the boat for real.
Yeah, and in Mink Daggers, really, Mitchell was in the center, and me and Patrick played the wings. We were wingmen, and we really were you know, Mitchell really kind of stabilized that thing center-wise, visually, you know, crazy blonde guy with two dark characters on the outside that are big, scary, big guitar, ominous guys. So it worked out really good.
That was cool, man.
Yeah, but stagecraft is, even in the simplest forms, stagecraft.
Oh,
I
big
love
time.
It,
Just something to focus on is key. You know how it is, man. When you see a band and they've got a look, I want to know what these guys sound like now, just on the look alone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Monodelux, man, they've got the look, they got the sound, and they got the dynamite.
yeah, you know what I mean. And the juxtaposition that we're in, interestingly enough, is, and I've said it before, it's like the punk guys think we're too rock and roll, and the rock and roll guys think we're like too punk. So we're like, we don't, you know what I mean? It's like I said, it's like I love all kinds of music, but I just kind of do Ho.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's like that's kind of all I do. That's just what you're gonna get. So I wasn't, you know what I mean? I wasn't looking to join your punk gang, and I didn't. By the time punk was available to me, for all intensive purposes, it was kind of over. You know what I mean? It was like you could look, and I always just looked at it from a fan's point of view. Like, I bought Give 'Em Enough Rope when it came out, and when the latest Queen record came out, if I liked it, I bought it.
Absolutely.
And I didn't care, if you thought, oh, Queen. It's like I still did Queen, and Queen kind of goes in and out of being an acceptable thing to like, And during the punk rock days, maybe not so much, but I didn't care about that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because all of those different types of music is like a little, think of yourself as a painter, and they're all different colors. You know what I mean? And you have this ability to build this palette of creativity, and to limit yourself by what you think some dodgy dude with bad teeth and a spiky haircut thinks is
he just described me
is limiting. You know what I mean? But, so it was just like I just kind of try to do me, and
and it shows, honestly.
Yeah, well,
it's definitely unique, no doubt about it.
Well, I'm just really trying to be comfortable in my own skin and being happy.
Alapitres, our French villain, says, I hear you, Ho. Everyone says Celebrity Stalker is too punk to be metal and too metal to be punk. It's all just rock and roll.
Well, it's just like, to me, it's just really, really simple. I think Lemmy used to say that too. Is it any good or not? And if it's good,
bottom line,
dig it.
You know what I mean? Fucking it right there.
If it's not, avoid it. If you can. Some of the, you know what I mean? You only have so much control over what gets put in your face because you don't have control of all of that. But the stuff that you do have control over, you know what I mean? To really actually want to search out and check out new bands and check out old bands that you don't know about.
A lot of those.
And, it's like, I love, as far as guitar players, it's like, I love Roland S. Howard from The Birthday Party, and I love Mick Ronson, and I love Robert Fripp, and they don't really, besides playing guitar, they don't have anything in common, and musically, they don't really have anything in common. But man, you can, you could be at the end of a solo, instead of just using the usual shit, you can kind of throw in a little Fripp thing, and it's just interesting. It makes it fun to be able to listen to a whole bunch of different stuff and not be limited by
closed-minded
or somebody's wife beater, Dickies, Vans uniform. You know what I mean? Which is cool. If you're comfortable like that, cool.
That's your bag.
There's more to life out there. You know what I mean? So it's just I dig cats that mix it up and do different stuff. That's why I dig All Right Spider so much, because it's just like they stick out like a sore thumb because they're not trying to be nobody. They're just trying to do what they do, and it's beautiful. I love bands like that, where it's just, thinking about it like this way, it's like you have these guys that are supposedly very devout, like punk people, but you have the Buzzcocks that were nothing like Joy Division, that were nothing like the Pistols. The Damned and the Pistols played at two different tempos, really. The Clash really just took the Ramones template and, at least early on, and perfected it. So it was like, none of those bands were terribly similar, even more so in the New York stuff, where you had guys like Television, then you had like the Heartbreakers that were kind of heavier, and then the Ramones that were just, at the time,
you got to up your game, man.
Yeah, at the time, it's hard. Like you play the Ramones for a kid now, and they don't have context. But man, dude, in 1977, you hear that when the first record I heard from them was Leave Home, and man, when that came on, I was like, what the fuck is happening? You know, I mean, now it sounds like a pleasant little, probably a nice little pop song, which that's what they were. But I mean, the application was so heavy and fast for the time. So that's what I mean by context, that it was, man, you're just like, who are these dudes? You know, the Ramones to me were great because for me, the Ramones, I already knew how to play an instrument when I heard the Ramones. But what the Ramones gave to me was quit reaching for this kind of unattainable, super elite ballerina style sarcophagus guitar, you know, and don't try to be Jimmy Page, don't try to be Jimi Hendrix. The Ramones created their own virtuosity. You know, they didn't say, oh, I want to play super fast like this. These guys said, I can't play leads. I can get 2.5 notes out of this thing. But man, they did it with so much conviction and so much power and so much military-like force compared to anything you'd seen before, that it was just Manischewitz. Just so cool. I know I'm fucking rambling.
Yeah, no, everybody's digging it, man.
Yeah.
And that's really what we do, man. Hey, catch up, talk music. Fuck, what else you got? Shit.
Yeah.
This is badass, you know?
Hey, I want to play... I haven't played this song in a while.
Let's hear it.
I played it. It's not me.
All right.
No, yeah, I know, shocking. But I want to play this. I still do not understand how this didn't get a proper release. Yeah.
Is it big? Are we going to get muted or blocked from Facebook?
No.
Okay.
Right before Mink Dagger started,
Okay, cool.
Patrick did a project with Joey from Queens of the Stone Age.
Oh, this, yeah.
And Soto.
We're going to play this?
It. So
again,
it's a really
this is a rad song.
It's a really,
man.
really
Fuck.
great song. It never got released, and it's been on my phone for about
I love when we play
10
this.
years. And, you know, usually it's only me and Patrick who get to listen to it. I have a feeling I listen to it a little bit more often than Patrick, but it's a song by this unnamed band with Jack Gresham doing some of the best singing I've ever heard him do.
Yeah,
and it's a song called The Reason. I hope you dig it.
This is the lost recordings of Steve Soto.
So good.
So good. So we are back from an intermission. The phone got turned off because it got too hot. We were just playing the lost recordings of, Steve Soto, since he's no longer with us. But
just
it was awesome.
Yeah, just a really, really.
We have that album. We have that song. You know, I had Jack Grisham in here one time. He was promoting. We were promoting Jack's song, "Sometimes We Die."
Yeah.
You remember that song that he did as a tribute to friends that he's lost? Just lost, not because of cancer, not because of this or the other. Frank Agnew, and Frank and Cargis, the bass player from Sugar Ray, and Greg was on keyboards. And he created this song, video, and everything, and we were promoting it, and we said anybody that supports the song because they're trying to build money for the video, if you donate to this video, we will send you that song, dude.
Oh, really?
And people said, "Fuck, okay." And Jack's like, "Holy shit, where'd you get that song from?"
No, I just.
He's like, "Wow, I haven't heard that in a long time."
Yeah,
I told him I got it from you.
Yeah. Actually, when me and Patrick kind of reconnected was the second wave of the Stooges, when James Williamson kind of rejoined the Stooges, and when they played the Palladium, I had tickets, and I took Patrick. You know, he was
Rad.
a ride, and I had a couple of tickets. So we went down there and we watched the Stooges, and he played me that song, you know, and I was like, wow, man.
Yeah, that song never saw the light of day.
Yeah, and it never, it's a shame. I mean, that's the funny thing about art, man. I mean, that song right there is as good as anything, man.
Yeah.
And
that's a good song.
It's just out there in the ether.
Well, you heard it here first
around.
on Taxi TV. Nobody has heard that.
Yeah.
He introduced us to it.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous that I'm the one showing you the song, but you know, I love Patrick, and I want you to hear how good he is. So,
no, that was a good song.
Yeah, it's like it was one of the, man. I just told him at the time. I just got, dude, that's the best thing I've ever heard you on. He's like, yeah, I agree. So it was cool, and then that kind of led up to 5 years of Mink Daggers.
The Mink Daggers. If you saw the Mink Daggers, man, that band came in. Fuck, man, that was when we first saw you guys. That was like, wow.
Me too.
That was pretty cool.
Me too.
That was pretty cool.
It was an honor to be in it.
Yeah. You like that, huh? That was awesome.
Yeah. So, hey, let's
play another song.
Yeah. Let me
give you a little taste of what.
Oh, you want one of those, huh?
Of what Sunday's going to be like. If you didn't know, which is kind of bizarre because we've been telling you about it, June 6th, this Sunday, Ho is going to bring Monodelux into the Bomb Shelter rehearsal studio, and we're going to record live. Like a rock video, man. It's nobody in the audience, okay?
Like the Ed Sullivan Show, minus Ed Sullivan. And the Dancing Bears.
Well, we can bring Dancing Bears, but we can't bring Ed Sullivan.
Yeah. So,
it's not connected to this, so we'll have to use a cord.
Okay, yeah, no problem.
Yeah, that's a different phone.
Nice.
Oh, no, it's connected to the car. You're good. You're still connected to the car, yeah.
So, I know this is one that Ricky really likes. I think I've played a version of this song.
We play it on the show all the time.
Previously, this is a little bit more kind of a updated demo. Again, this features Joe, my bass player and compatriot, and Tony Snow, who's our new drummer, but who's been with us for over a year.
Keep talking. I'm gonna put a fucking blanket on the windshield.
Nice. So blanket territory for Ricky. But anyways, it's a song that Ricky kind of digs, and I hope it works. It's a song called "Shake It." Ooh, that's some low end right there.
I should have done this before. Yeah. Now it's dark, but that's cool. I put a blanket on the windshield, man. That'll cool the phone down. Yeah, that's what we got to do, man. It feels different now, too, right? Wow!
Yeah, it's good, man.
Right now, get it on. Hey!
Tony Snow on the drums, man.
That's good, man. Wow, this is awesome. It's a lot better than what I got. We gotta send all this shit over. Hey! Real good company.
Yeah.
Another classic.
Right?
Ooh, misery and me. We make real good company. I love the singing when the color girls go. This is kind of hard to sing, you know that? I can't fucking hit it because it's like from underneath.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, it's good, bro. Wow! Right now, get it on. Hey!
Ladies, full live and leads action.
It's a good way to exit. This Sunday,
Sunday.
live streaming from Bomb Shelter. We'll see you.
Coca-Cola Catapult.
We'll see you there.
Yeah.
6 p.m. Berserker, 7 p.m. Monodelux.
Sorry for the interruption.
Yeah, whatever. You get the idea.
Yeah.
Right.
It kind of goes like that.
Adios.